Bleacher Report at it again. Bleacher Report believes that the Bengals should go out there and sign Ezekiel Elliott now that he's a free agent again. That's right. The Cowboys, in all their great wisdom, went ahead and just released Ezekiel Elliott. And I'll be honest, I feel like he should probably retire at this point. I don't really see Ezekiel Elliott being successful in the league anymore. He's tried. He's obviously went to different teams. Patriots, it hasn't worked out, right? He had his run. He had his situation. I think he needs to walk off into the sunset and be all good. But apparently he wants to join a playoff team. And why, on God's green earth, would he want to join the team with one of the worst offensive lines in the game? Like, there is... First off, he wants to join a playoff team, right? We're not even guaranteed to make the playoffs. I think we will, but obviously we're not guaranteed. That's number one, okay? Number two, our offensive line can't block for Burrow. They also can't block for our running backs. There's a reason why we can't run the ball amazingly when we have an amazing running back. It's because the fact that, what do you know? Our line can't block. So I'm going to put the perspective out there. No. No. Like, there's no way. It would make no logical sense for us to, one, go get Zeke Elliott. And I know the whole point is, well, this week Chase Brown's out. Okay, so you can go get Zeke Elliott for potentially 1 week. And you're going to try to sell him on that as well. Hey, buddy, we're going to sign you for 1 week, and potentially we might make the playoffs, but here's the kicker, we're probably not going to use you, because Chase Brown will probably be back the week after. Like, does Bleacher Report just see, like, random players hit free agency, and their first response is, let's just make random stupid posts about, like, the Bengals signing this player? It made sense to go after Zeke Elliott last offseason. And not for as a starter, but just as like maybe a potential backup to a backup, right? It made some logical sense. And that's if you use him for a full season. And again, our offensive line actually played good, which we expected them to play better. Clearly, that's not the case. At this point of the year, it just doesn't make any logical sense to do that. I mean, yeah, you don't have Chase Brown, so the next goal is go into this game with Khalil Herbert and Travion Williams. And, you know this game's going to be a shootout. You know this game's going to be a high-scoring affair. No matter who the running back is, he's not getting many carries in this Pittsburgh Steelers game. He's just not. Steelers do have a good defense as well. So it's just, again, it just makes no sense at all. But that's what Bleacher Report does well, is they really never make sense. So I do want to see his stats, because I haven't seen his stats in a bit. So this year, Ezekiel Elliott has 226 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and 12 receptions for the Cowboys. Last year, 642 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns for the Patriots. Obviously, 2022 and before, he was a lot better, an amazing running back. I will give one credit. He's a decent blocker, and that is something that is very important, obviously, to protecting Joe Burrow. I don't think he's an amazing blocker. I think he's a pretty good blocker, so that does help us out in some capacity. But again, trying to sell him a one-game type of aspect, I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I mean, even in that, he's not amazing, but he's serviceable. He's above Joe Mixon style blocker, I would say. Even with him, being older now, he's still above Joe Mixon style. But still, again, just makes no sense. So I know this is going to happen. The second player start getting cut. If we make the playoffs, I can't wait. Bleacher Report is about to have a field day with saying we should sign this guy, sign that guy, sign this guy, sign that guy. They're going to start saying we should sign every single player if we make the playoffs, because this kind of how Bleacher Report works. They're going to say we're going to lose T. Higgins and sign this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. Honestly, not only is this not a good idea in my opinion, let's gotta remember who we are. We're the Bengals, okay? Bengals, they don't like making moves. They don't like trading. They don't like going out there and signing free agents. They don't like doing any of that. What they like to do is stay in the same lane that they're in. And my final point of this video, we also got to see what Khalil Herbert is. I mean, at the end of the day, we traded a 7th round pick for him, okay? Duke Tobin gave up his precious 7th round pick, and Duke Tobin loves his draft picks, and we'll be honest, he's not going anywhere. So, he gave up his, mighty precious draft picks. He's not going anywhere with that. He's going to stay, this guy is important. This guy is like the holy grail. And in all honesty, while I'm not like the biggest fan of Khalil Herbert, who knows, Who knows? Maybe he can be a guy. So let's just give him a chance and see how he plays. And maybe he will be pretty decent for us. I mean, he's young. We have plenty of time in the future. We could probably get him on a good deal. I don't love the option, but being presented the option in front of us, Zach Moss, yeah, he'll come back next season. But there's rumors that we're going to cut him. And if Khalil Herbert looks good enough, maybe he'll be the backup to Chase Brown. Or maybe we're running 3 running back system with Chase Brown, Zach Moss, and Khalil Herbert, right? There's always options. Zeke Elliott's not the future. He's not. And he's even not to a point the right now. So, Bleacher Report, as always, keep your crap out of our DMs, bro. What are you doing, bro? Peace out, guys.